The storm desk. Read the storm. Book the roofs. The hurricane just cleared. The power's flickering back and your phone won't stop. Every street looks like a job. And out-of-state plates are already knocking doors, 3 counties deep. By the end of this, you'll know the 5-step playbook that runs a storm week clean. Stop the water. Document it. Stay off the claim. Pull the permit. Sign a contract that holds. One rule under all of it. Move fast on safety. Slow down on anything that touches the claim. First, why an inland market gets hit at all. A hurricane lands on the coast, then tracks across the peninsula. It weakens, not fast enough to spare you. Charlie crossed Central Florida in 2004, and Orlando's airport clocked a 105-mile-per-hour gust. Milton, in 2024, brought near 100-mile-per-hour wind and over 10 inches of rain to West Orange County. Inland, the damage is wind, not surge. Creased shingles, torn flashing, and water through every small breach. Step 1 happens before the storm even forms. Build a response file in June. Your registration number, liability and workers, comp certs, the permit portal login, the intake script, the TARP procedure, and a contract template with the legal notice already baked in. Then assign roles. 1 owns intake. 1 owns TARP dispatch. 1 owns photos. 1 owns permits. 1 owns contract review. Skip that, and your best estimator becomes dispatcher, reviewer, and phone line at once, and quality collapses by day 3. The sharpest part of that file is knowing which roofs are old before the wind blows. A storm does not wear out a new roof. It finds the tired ones, already at the end of their service life. Asphalt shingles broadly run 15 to 30 years, depending on type and install. Roof age is a band, a range, not an exact year. Walk in already knowing which streets in Apopka, Ocoee, and East Orange are full of aging roofs, and which were re-roofed recently. Step 2. Stop the water. The first 72 hours are about one thing: keeping water from entering the building. Everything else waits. But safety governs the timing. Nobody climbs a damaged roof in the dark, in standing water near power lines, or while bands are still moving. Falls from roofs and ladders are a leading cause of construction deaths. After Milton, a lot of roof damage was tangled up with downed trees and live lines. A tarp is not worth a fall. Wait for daylight and de-energized hazards. A real dry-in is more than a blue tarp and cinder blocks. Dry-in means a temporary cover that sheds water. Run the tarp up over the ridge so it sheds downslope over the seam. Anchor it to wood furring strips screwed down and rolled into the edge so wind can't get under it. Seal the fasteners. Done right, it holds for weeks while materials and the claim catch up. Then document the temporary work as temporary in writing so nobody mistakes a tarp for a finished job. Step 3. Document the damage without steering the claim. This is where good crews build the file, and where the legal line gets crossed most. Shoot every condition layered. Wide shots that establish the slope. Close-ups with something for scale. Capture creased tabs, torn flashing, displaced ridge caps, granules in the gutter, and interior stains with attic photos. Note the roof type, the apparent age, and what you couldn't reach. It should read like a record someone reviews in 6 months and knows exactly what was found. Here's the line, and it is not subtle. You document what you see and write an estimate. The claim itself is not yours to run. The insurer decides coverage. The homeowner owns the claim, and the deductible is theirs to pay. Florida law spells out what many states now enforce. A roofer cannot waive or absorb a deductible, and cannot adjust or settle a claim without a public adjuster license. Say what you see, not what it means for coverage. The day you negotiate the claim, you're an unlicensed public adjuster, and the fine runs to $10,000. One more thing the reforms killed: assignment of benefits. For years, the storm model ran on it. The homeowner signed their benefits over to the roofer, and the roofer fought the carrier. Florida ended that. For residential policies issued on or after January 1st, 2023, post-loss benefits can no longer be assigned. The homeowner is the claimant now, full stop. Never pitch a model where you take over the whole claim. The state already shut that down. Step 4. Pull the permit, then settle repair versus replace. In Orange County, roofing always needs a permit, no informal patch exception. After a declared storm, the county expedites them, usually within 24 hours. Now the code question. The 25% rule. Repair more than a quarter of a roof section in 12 months, and that section generally must meet current code, usually a full replacement. But a roof built or replaced under the 2007 code or later only has to bring the damaged area up to code. So age and install year decide your options. Price the job honestly, because Central Florida costs swing. Material type, complexity, decking condition, code upgrades, and post-storm demand all move the number, so a fair estimate names a range with today's date, not a fake exact price. Tile costs more than shingle and is slower to source. Then there's tear-off. Years of heat and humidity rot decking from below, so on an old roof you routinely find soft plywood that has to go first. That's not upselling. Handle it with a written change order agreed up front. Step 5. The contract Florida actually requires. A residential contract here has to carry the insurance claim notice, the bold language telling the owner you may not engage in prohibited practices, and advising them to verify coverage and deductibles with their insurer. Leave it out and the homeowner can void within 10 days. Beyond the notice, name the license number, separate temporary from permanent work, state exclusions, the pricing method, and the change order process. And 2 lines that cannot appear anywhere. No deductible waiver language, no we handle your claim language. That's the difference between a clean roofer and a 5-figure fine. Run the first week on a triage board so the loudest caller doesn't run your schedule. Sort every inbound into a lane. Active leak emergency, TARP now, inspection request, permit-dependent repair, full replacement review, non-roofing referral. Follow-up. For each, capture the address, access notes, leak status, photos, and estimator. Then run a daily exception report so the owner sees only what's off track, missing photos, unsigned scopes, or an insurance boundary slip and a text. 10 minutes of audit prevents a week of mistakes. Your cheapest roofs this storm aren't on the storm, they're in your old book. Every roofer has a file of past estimates that never closed, and customers whose roofs have quietly aged into the replacement window. A real hurricane just crossed those exact addresses. You already have the relationship and a roof age you can estimate. Retouch the right aging roofs, skip the ones re-roofed recently, and you outwork cold canvassing for 0 ad spend. Here's where RoofPredict fits and where it doesn't. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual home, so you can prioritize the houses a storm most likely wore out, instead of chasing every door it passed over. Which houses, in what order, with the roof age band and storm history on the screen when your estimator knocks. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, certify life left, or decide insurance. Roof age is a range for planning, not an exact date. The list starts the route. The roof earns the sale. Close the loop. 5 steps. Build the file in June. Stop the water on a safe roof. Document what you see, and nothing about coverage. Pull the permit, and let age decide repair versus replace. Sign the contract Florida requires, with no deductible or claim handling language in it. The insurer decides coverage. The homeowner owns the claim. You document, you estimate, you build. Move fast on safety, slow down on the claim, and work the roofs that are due. That's the playbook.